Kirsty, hi.
Hello.
Thanks for talking to me. Let's start with a simple one. Where were you born?
I was born in London, in England, central London.
And how long were you there for?
I was there for 7 years, and then we moved over here to a house just across the road, and then bought this one.
So your mother was from New Zealand?
Yeah.
And your father's Scottish, is that right?
Yeah. So Mum is from really far south in the South Island, and then Dad's from Glasgow.
But he'd always wanted to move to New Zealand?
I'm not too sure. He definitely decided we would move here for better life and better experiences to bring up children. But yeah, I think it was his idea.
And you went locally? You live on the North Shore, so you went to local schools?
Yeah. So Murray's Bay Primary, Intermediate, and then Rangitoto College, and now I'm just finished my third year at Auckland University.
Cool. So growing up, what sort of child were you?
I think I was a very well-behaved child. That sounds boring, but I think that's kind of the truth.
What were your interests?
My interests were, because we lived so close, I did surf life saving and played a lot of tennis. I think we were kind of pushed to do a lot of sports. Not pushed, but, encouraged, which was really fun. I did piano for about 2 years and then decided I hated it.
And you majored in cheerleading?
Yeah. So I did cheerleading for quite a few years, mostly when I was at high school. And our team went to America to compete there for the World Championships. Yeah.
How did you do?
I can't remember now. It was like 5 years ago, but I think we came like second or third. Not too bad. Yeah.
Cool. And what sort of stuff did you do at school?
I really enjoyed doing Spanish and history, and I also really liked maths, but because I think those were my strong points, and that's why I liked them.
Do you still speak Spanish?
Yeah. It's harder now because in New Zealand not many people speak it, but when I get the opportunity I do. And I lived in Uruguay for 3 months after high school, so that was really, really benefited my Spanish skills, yeah.
And satisfied your travel cravings?
No. Impossible. No, always want to travel more.
So you moved on from cheerleading into running, I think?
Yeah, so I run now, not very seriously. I just run for fun, but I did do the North Shore Marathon this year, so that was a big thing off my bucket list. But it was slow and just for enjoyment, not for, I wasn't trying to beat anyone.
But you ran all the way?
Yes, I didn't stop. I would have been really upset if I stopped. Yeah.
So you told me before that you are not a massively motivated person, but very stubborn. So once you decide to do something, you do it.
Yeah, if I decide I'm going to do something, then it'll get done. I just often have crazy moments when I say, okay, I'll do this, and then I just have to commit to it. Yeah, but it is good to kind of have a push from people to do the right sort of things and not to, to decide to do some things that'll, I don't know, improve my life, make me smarter, yeah.
So if you need a bit of pushing, do your parents push you?
I think subtly, yeah. It doesn't feel like they do, but they almost definitely do, yeah.
Your dad's a great sports fanatic, I know.
Yeah.
Do you follow him in that?
No, not at all, no. I don't. I watch sport if it's on, maybe, and everyone's watching it, but I don't go out of my way to watch it.
Fair enough. And you're at Auckland Uni now?
Yeah.
Studying?
I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Which is very unusual for a girl.
Yeah, it's in my year, the engineering is about 25% female. So that's actually really good. That's the best they've had. Well, at the time it was the best they've had. I don't know, maybe more recently it's better. But yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So why did you decide to do that?
I really liked maths. I really enjoyed it, and I knew that you can make a lot of money from engineering. And basically that if I get enjoyment out of something that most people don't, then I should use that to my advantage. And yeah, it just seemed like it made sense.
So have you enjoyed the course so far?
I can't see myself studying anything else. So I guess that's enough to know that it's a good thing to be doing. There are a lot of people that are very, very passionate about it, and that's not me. But I'm enjoying it.
So you don't intend to be a mechanical engineer?
Not too sure. I'm just leaving all the doors open at the moment.
Well, you're only 20, so
yeah,
lots of things could happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So presumably a degree in mechanical engineering is a good enough degree to do lots of different things.
Yeah, that's kind of my idea, is that it's well respected, and once I have it, then, that gives me a baseline, and if I do choose to go into that, then that's cool, but it gives me a lot of options, which is good.
Fair enough. So recently you've got very short hair at the moment.
Yes.
Because a month ago you shaved it all off.
Yeah, so I did Shave for a Cure, which is for basically raises money for blood cancer and leukemia in New Zealand. So I decided I would do it, and I got a bunch of friends together, and we all got together at the Auckland Uni bar and shaved my head, and then I had a pub crawl. So it was actually a really good way to do it, because it made it fun for me, that I could have a good time, and also got lots of people involved. So we ended up raising over $5,300 so far, but the page is still open, so if you want to donate.
And we've done some pictures of you that we're going to auction off.
Yeah.
On TradeMe.
Yeah.
And hopefully raise even more.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah. Took some really cool photos. That was a good experience for me, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
So why did you actually decide in the beginning to do something like this?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I always knew I would do it. Kind of like the stubborn thing where I said, yep, I'll shave my head, and then I knew it would happen at some point. But it was just one day this year, and it was exam time, and I was just feeling stressed and wanted to have something else to focus on. So I just said, cool, I'll do it, and signed up. The cool thing about the Shave for a Cure is that you just basically put your details in, and then it's done. You're going to do it. So I did that and told everyone, and then shaved my head.
So between signing up for it and actually doing it, you've done quite a lot of travelling, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, so the time that I decided I would shave my head, I was actually on an exchange in Pennsylvania. And after that, I travelled a lot around North America and then Europe as well. So I've been travelling for like 3 months, maybe. Quite a long time, yeah. Went to 13 countries, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very cool. Very fun. Awesome.
So you're in your third year of mechanical engineering. You've got one more year to go?
Yeah. So I just finished my last exam. Well, last exams for this year.
Any idea what you're going to do once you finish?
No. I just got a full-time job for the summer with a civil engineering company, and I'm really enjoying it. They're such a cool company, so ideally, if that goes well, then I would just carry on working there. Because, I'm not, like I said, I'm not very passionate about mechanical engineering, so it's not that I am kind of stuck with being in that field. So if I do work in civil or environmental, whatever, then that's good with me, as long as I'm enjoying my work.
But you're quite passionate about the environment.
Yes, I am. Very. Sustainability is key. Yeah.
And that leads through to your diet as well, I believe.
Yeah, so I have been following a vegan diet, I guess, lifestyle for the last 2 years, because basically I watched a documentary and it was just so impacting about all the environmental impacts of agriculture, basically, and how much of a positive difference you can make just by changing your diet, which is something I think is just so easy and so simple, but I'd never heard about it before. So basically just went vegan and feels pretty good. Yeah.
So what's the key thing you change in your diet that helps save the world?
So cows are basically the problem with the environment. So what I do is I just avoid all animal products, like mainly eating. That's the main way that you can avoid them. But yeah, and so I don't eat dairy or meat or eggs. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't like push people to try and change their lifestyle at all, but generally people kind of see what I'm doing and think that it's a positive thing. And so, for example, my family doesn't eat beef anymore. They still eat chicken, which is up to them, but yeah, they've seen the environmental impact of eating cows and seeing how easy it is to stop doing that. So yeah.
So is it the emissions from the cows that are the problem? Or?
Basically, it's a lot of things. One thing is that they produce a lot of methane, so they produce more carbon emissions than all of transport combined. So yeah, like cars, aeroplanes, ships, everything. So that's the one side of it, and they also produce a lot of waste. And in America, they use half of the antibiotics in the whole country on their cows, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. They take up a lot of resources as well, feeding them. The amount that you put in to feed them water and food versus the amount that you get out is just not very feasible. And the fact that we're still eating more meat as a population is pretty crazy.
Given that we're in New Zealand, is a sheep on that list as well?
I don't think they are so much of an issue, but obviously, you know, they're not as bad as cows, but I still don't eat them.
And I suppose there's also all the runoffs into waterways and things like that.
Yeah, that's a big thing. It's kind of, the more you look into it, the more you find out, and it just seems so ridiculous that we are living the way that we are. But before you find out about it, vegans just seem absolutely crazy. And I was one of those people that swore they would never go vegan or vegetarian or anything. So, yeah.
So do you wear leather or?
I am, I guess what some people would say is not vegan. So if I already own things that are leather, so for example I have some boots and a bag that are leather, and I bought them before I even thought about you know, the sustainable impacts of it. I still wear those and I still use those because I think it's a waste to just throw them in the bin or, you know, chuck them out and go buy something else, where you have like a perfectly good thing that you can use. But for me, I would just not go out and buy something new. Although I do think if it's from an op shop, like if it's secondhand, I'm not sure. I'm always questioning myself, and I don't want to put myself in a box of, oh, you're vegan, so you must do this. I want to make sure that I'm doing it because that's what I believe in. So if it's something that labels me as not vegan, then so be it. But yeah, so I'm still kind of working out things for myself. If I bought something from an op shop, the one side is, oh, well, I'm not creating a demand for it. But at the same time, what if someone sees my bag and goes, oh, that's amazing, I want to buy one like that, and goes out and buys a leather bag, Yeah.
So as a mathematician and an engineer, it seems quite logical what you have decided to do in terms of your diet.
Yeah.
Is there a spiritual aspect to it as well, or not?
I think that kind of comes into play once you do make these changes in your lifestyle. Because, like I said at the beginning, I just do it for environmental reasons. But then the more you do those things and make those changes, you kind of see the impact that it makes on like your health and also the ethical side of things. It definitely makes you more emotional, I think, because you do feel the like pain of others a bit more, and you kind of, ignorance is bliss, and as soon as you're not ignorant, it's pretty horrible because you realize all the shitty things that are happening, and you're trying to make a positive difference on that, but you do just notice everything. Yeah.
And final question for you: are you going to grow your hair back?
Yes. Yeah. It's been eye-opening. I think I could shave my head again or go for short hair again, because before I just thought, that's boy hair. I don't really want to have that. But now it's so easy to have short hair. But I do kind of miss a bit of the femininity, I guess, and it just looks different. And I don't know, just have a play with it, do whatever. Yeah.
Kirsty, been lovely talking to you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.